guys. How you doing? Oh, I'm late. I'm sorry. 10:11. Oh my God. How do they keep, I don't know, whatever, pop up and be crazy. So, how are we doing, Albert? Obviously, we'll let people come on and catch up. This is asinine. I can't take it. Hang on. Okay. Literally 1,000 pop-ups. I gotta get something on to stop that nonsense. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure people will start coming on board. Maybe, maybe not. There we go. Here we go. Allie, Rosemary, Claire, Pat Schroeder, Patty, Diana. Okay, please come by. That'd be great. All right. What are you doing, you silly dog? So here we are, full moon weekend, 4th of July. And we're still standing. We've gotten through the first half of this year. So that's, yes, woohoo! Team 2020. Hello. Oh my goodness. I can't even tell you how busy the shop has been. Readings. I'm starting at like 9 o'clock in the morning before the shop opens and going right through to 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night, or later if I'm reading in Europe or Saudi Arabia or New Zealand, wherever. Thank God for technology, huh? In that respect, it's great. We had a big reveal, which is part of this energy, with the arrest of Jeff Epstein's long-time girlfriend and partner in crime. And I don't think a conclusive list of names have been released, but names have been forthcoming. And we'll see how long she lasts. I'm hoping she gets to trial to talk. Hopefully she'll get some sort of a plea deal where she'll just sing like a canary and let us know who, what, where, when, why, and how. So that's that was the big thing this week. I thought there was a lot this week. There's a lot every week. People are behaving extremely. Hi, honey. Hi, Dan. Very recklessly. Please watch your driving. I have to take my son to a friend's house in Westport on Tuesday. I almost got hit 3 times. People just pulling into traffic, not caring, not looking. What are the big reveals were this week? This week was a lot of stuff, and I can't even. But everything paled before the whole Epstein stuff. I thought, right? Big deal. Yeah, crazy busy shop, and buy, shop. It's been fantastic. I'm unpacking boxes, and people are buying out of the boxes as I'm unpacking them. So no complaints. It's been wonderful, and thank you, everybody. I got a kid in college, another kid going to college in a couple of years, so I appreciate it. Hey, Ange. Oh my God, Nicoletta, hi. Okay. All right, Sarah. Okay. So, what else? Big reveals. Relatively calm full moon. Relatively calm. Nothing's being aspected weirdly. Nothing is being, particularly aggressive. The planets that are retrograde are just doing what they do. But there's nothing awful. Now, I talked more last week, and I think the week before, July 11th through the 12th, 13th, 14th, there's some pretty heavy energy, speaks to possibly seismic stuff. Listen to Steve Judd on YouTube. He has a great overview of July, and for each of the signs, a wonderful overview astrologically. Good stuff, and I can vouch for its accuracy. I've been listening to him for a long time, and I will say that it makes me a little nervous that he's not an alarmist, and he's not. He tends on the positive. Honestly, he's a pretty upbeat guy. You watched it, okay? Oh, Hamilton, nice. Anyway, when he says something negative, when he says, he's worried about seismic activity, or he's worried about, it has always happened in my experience with him. So Steve Judd, Judd, he's out of Britain. I want to say 60 years of astrology. And hey, Patty. So that's that. I don't even know what else to talk about because I don't want to jinx it. Hey guys. Oh my goodness, everyone's popping up. On a day that I really have very little to say. Hey, Allie. I love his accent. I do. Hi, Leslie. Love it. I just, my big one is my contact had something in it. So just before I came on, I had to change a contact, rinse it out, and now my nose is running. So this is really attractive. Sorry, guys. Here. So, my God, what else? The readings. The readings. Let's talk about that for a minute. So what did I say all last year? Like a mantra. What did I say? Know where you want to be. Know what you want to do. Right? Hey, hi. Hey, Paul. Right? Know where you want to be. Know what you want to do. And just, even if you just pointed yourself in that direction, just take a few steps that way. It's been crazy. Yep. I'm looking at comments here. I got to stop. I got to put on blinders. But anyway, what I'm seeing now, we're into July, and now it's really amping up. People who just thought they could stay a little longer, thought they could just endure, thought that they could see their way clear through the end of something, tolerating a bad living situation, putting up with a very oppressive work environment. And now with Saturn and Pluto, it's just crushing them. They are feeling crushed by it. Now, does it mean they can't get out? Doesn't mean they can't get out. It's just going to be a lot harder now than it would have been last year. A lot harder. If you're one of these people, it's not too late. Start focusing on where you want to be, what you want to do. If you want to move or relocate, even if you can't afford it right now, it's okay. Start Google searching real estate listings. Start looking at neighborhoods, schools, crime rates. Just start researching on the areas you're thinking of going to. This opens up doors, sends a signal, lets the energy goes where intention flows. Where you're paying attention, that's where the energy is going to go. So if the energy is towards moving, relocating, I want a better life, I want, a different career option, that's what you want to focus on. Not how shitty your job is, not how crappy your house is, not how miserable you are in your marriage. Move that past that. And in my newsletter this month, in my interview with Sky from back in 2016, I included that. And she talks about that. How for years, she was just, my life is miserable. Make my life less miserable. Make my job less awful. I don't make enough money. I need more money. And it never lifted until she changed the narrative. So if you can't change things, you can always change something. Go to a different grocery store. Drive home a different way. Shift the energy, if even slightly. Listen to different music on the radio. Okay? Get out of your comfort zone. All right? Get out of your comfort zone. So, my God. And it's hard. I am never going to say it's easy. I'm divorced twice. It is never easy. But the only thing worse than being in a situation you can't endure is spending an extra day in a situation you can't endure. You just, it's slow death. And especially, and I talked about this too, and I have talked about it. If you have a job that you hate, it's a chore, and you're miserable there. But when you go home to a home that you love, that your heart just gets happy going up the driveway. That when you're home, you're just so happy, and that miserable job pays for the lovely home. Well, you can that's balance there. Likewise, if you have a job that you love, that you feel, that you're making a difference, that every day is something new and challenging, and you're paid well and you feel respected, and but where you live is kind of crappy, again, got balance there. All right, I'm not happy where I'm living, but I have this great job that I love. Be okay. But when you have a job that you hate and you don't like where you live, that's a slow death, guys. That's not even remotely healthy. So, and a lot of more with readings. I'm going to keep talking about this because I've done this many readings. It's been just, I normally do between 10 and 30, and it's been on that higher end of things, between the $10, $5 10-minute readings, and then back ending with privates. A lot of readings. But another thing that's come up, give me a second now because I lost my train of thought. Oh, well, a lot of people disenchanted with and tired of not sharing their truth. It's like, damn it, I want to talk about this stuff. I don't want to talk about mundane things anymore. I want to be able to talk freely about what I'm interested in. And that works really well, unless you've got a spouse or coworkers or family members that are going to laugh at you, put you down, or make you miserable. That happens. You're so many trite sayings, but your tribe should reflect your vibe. Time to get some new friends. Come hang out at Talisman on Saturday. Come on, you can. It'll be fun. What's really great is that whenever we have people talking and gathered in the shop, I'll tell you a couple quick stories. One story, this is, my God, I think I was only in business a year and a half. And a woman came in the shop and she was just so happy. She spent like an hour and a half, walking around talking. And I was also talking to a very dear friend whose niece at the age of 24 had stage 4 colon cancer, was a nurse. It came out of nowhere within 6 months. It was bad. And she was asking me about John of God and asking me about buying John of God crystals, if I thought they were legitimate. And I said, I know some people that know him that go down to the Casa and who work with him. He's up at Omega. And I said, yes, they're authentic, that he does live on the whole Casa is on a quartz mine. And I wouldn't worry about that. Now we had this conversation. The woman comes in and we're talking and everything is great. And she said, okay, was going to leave. And she turns around and says, oh, listen, your shop is lovely, but you're missing something. She goes, there's this book called John of God. It had just come out, okay, 13, 14 years ago. She goes, you need to get it in the store. It's a great book. I said, get back in here. Come on. We were having that conversation before you came in. She goes, oh, I've been down to Brazil. I've been to the Casa twice. She goes, do you know it's built on a quartz mine? I said, I do know that. She goes, check this out. She reaches in her pocket. She pulls out the quartz crystals. And Patty, of course, is like, whoa. And she goes, are those John of God crystals? And she goes, yeah, you want one? She goes, well, I'll pay you. She goes, take one. They're on the ground. They're everywhere there. So she says, what's really crazy is I don't usually carry them with me. They're usually all lined up on my bathroom windowsill. But something told me as I was getting ready to go out, put a few in your pocket. She goes, they're meant for you. Great story. There was another one I wanted to share with you. My mind just went blank. And it was a good story too. Oh, this is a funny story. So this is probably 8 months ago. Man came in the shop And it's really funny when men are manly men, when we're talking like 6'4", 6'5", big guys. It's so adorable when they want to buy stones with their children. It's just it's if men knew how attractive that makes them, when they're being nurturing and kind and spiritual, there'd be more of them doing it authentically. So he came in and he was looking around. He goes, "I gotta ask you a question. Please don't think it's." I said, "Oh, what's up?" He goes, "My wife and I are trying with a baby. We've been trying and trying. And is there a spell? Is there like a fertility spell? Is there something?" I'm like, "Well, I mean, you could get a statue of Aquaba, the African goddess of fertility." I said, "But we always talk about common sense, mundane cures." I said, "It sounds crazy, but has she taken Robitussin?" And he goes, "Robitussin?" I said, "Yeah, it's a little with Robitussin, like loosens mucus and membranes." And they say it's, so all of a sudden I hear from the corner, this woman was sitting in the corner and she goes, "Hold on, I got to chime in on that. I have a Robitussin baby." And I said, "Get over here." So she came over and she said, "She's right. Go get yourself a big old bottle of Robitussin. Take a couple teaspoons before, you'll have her take a couple teaspoons beforehand. It's amazing." So I mean, that's such a little thing, but it was so much fun and it was so adorable and he was so grateful. And and we have that happen like every day. Every day there's something interesting or different or a conversation. So if you're looking for a place to go, if you've got nobody else to talk to, please come to the shop. Just come on in, hang out for a little bit, breathe in some good, beautiful smells, and be with some like-minded people. And that's why I stay open so late. So folks can come home from work, not go to a bar. Now, come here. You can bring up coffee, go sit down, read a book, whatever. Okay? Got the back room. You want to be quiet and just clear your mind? Go to the back and read. Okay? All the books and herbs are back there. Elizabeth, hi. Baby steps. Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow I have two readers. I have Karn and I have Sherry. So Karn reads with side cards. I've talked about this. There are these cards, kind of a combination between not really, but a tarot and a playing card. They come from England. They're called side cards. You can look it up, PSY cards. And she does mediumship. And Sherry reads tarot, and her spread is in the astrological wheel. So she hits every aspect of your life and primary focus on areas that you're struggling with. She, in her interview, I've said this so many times. All my readers are over the age of 35. They've been reading professionally for at least 10 years, and they've read me in an interview reading. They've told me something about my kids, my business, something that they wouldn't know any possible way. And so I can speak to their talents. It's funny too. Readers at my shop either come in once and they're done. They last half a day. Or, oh good, the dog's gonna start. That's fantastic. Hey, no. Nellie, come here. Come see me. Come on. Nellie, come. This is great. Oh, good. That's great. No. Stop. I have a dog that was never with other dogs. So Poppy the Maltese has never been, so she doesn't know how to be a dog. She has no idea what she's doing. She just runs in circles and barks. That's all she knows what to do. It's sad. Come on. So anyway, readers either you'll see them, and I'm not being mean, but they either last half a day or a day, and they're out of there, or I have them forever. They're with me till they move or something drastic changes, or they go off, like Rachel, who's still reading, but she's writing a book and she's kind of got her own thing going on there. Who else did I have for a long time? Gwen, I put her in the newsletter. Gwen is doing her readings, but she's doing them on phone. Anyone who's missed Gwen, she's not been in for a while, but you can certainly call her and schedule something. Her past life readings were a big hit. But yeah, there've been a few that I don't know. You can't be everybody's cup of tea. So, but the people I have are very loyal and very dear to me. So I say that, and yet you pay when the reading is over with. And if you're not happy, you don't pay. I have said this so many times, that's in the newsletter. I look at readings the way I did back in my waitress and cocktail waitress and bartending days. It's a service industry. You get your plate of food put in front of you. You take a couple bites. You're like, ooh, too salty. Ew. Can you take this back, please, and bring me something different? Or comp me a meal. I don't want to pay for that. But you eat a few bites. Readings the same way. You sit down. Within 3 to 5 minutes, it's either going to resonate or it's not. And I always say, readings are like sex. It doesn't start off bad and then get better, right? It doesn't. No, it doesn't. It just doesn't get better. So if you get a reading, I don't care, my shop or any other shop, within 3 to 5 minutes, if it's not making sense, if it doesn't seem, germane, if it's random, if it's not, then stop the reading. Just stop. And I script it in my newsletter. You're really nice. I appreciate your time. I don't want to waste your time, but this isn't quite resonating with me. That's all. Now, you wouldn't eat the whole plate of food and then say, oh, by the way, it was terrible food. You wouldn't do that. You also should probably not listen to a whole reading and then say, I didn't enjoy that at all. Because that's not really fair to anybody. And it doesn't take that long to sit there and say, this person's not getting me. It happens to everybody. It happens to me. It happens to everyone. Usually my readers and myself will sense that. It's like, you know what? No, it's not going to happen today. And either send you to somebody else or, come back another time. And there's all different reasons why readings go off track. It doesn't happen a lot. But when you do the volume I do, yeah, there are times when it's just not going to, it just is like reading a foreign language that makes no sense to you. You can read along. That's what readings are for me. Literally, they're channeled, and I'm looking what I'm looking at, and now I've had people say to me, Laura, when you gave me this reading, I thought you were crazy. It made no sense to me. But when I got home, a couple of days later, this happened, that happened, and yes, it made perfect sense, or what have you. So, I'd love you to fly for a visit, Elizabeth. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, so anyway. But the readings, people are really concerned. They're scared. And guys, you can't be afraid. I've said this too. Please don't be afraid. There are huge changes happening. And things are coming through. People who, voices, entities. I talked about someone had told me a little flame that came in. And he's like, I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I'm not on prescription drugs. I'm just watching TV. And this flame, literal flame, like 8 inches tall, comes in, goes across the table, goes on the coffee table, tries to get her attention, and then out the door. And she's like, what the hell was that, Laura? I'm like, sounds like an elemental. And elementals, whether they're water, fire, air, earth, they're sentient, but they have no conscience. So right and wrong isn't really happening with them, but they're sentient. So they're worried. They know something's up, and they are reaching out. We're seeing things, entities, the fae. Things are coming through. Animals, I've driven a few times. Like, what the hell was that? Like a possum with wings, weird things. People are seeing aliens and UFOs. Those sightings are way on the uptick, especially here in Connecticut. All right? So anyway, what else can I tell you about here? Oh, yay. Huh. I would love that. I would love that, Allie. Yeah, the Rona. I'm not even going to talk about it. Okay? I'm not even going to talk about it. I'm going to let that one go. I have my own strong feelings about it. But this is not the time or the place, and people are I'll say this. What bothers me is the divisive nature of everything. Everything is divisive, whether it's black, white, race, or it's Trump, Biden, a political, with the mask, no mask, the divisive nature. And the problem with the mask I'm not even going to discuss the medical aspect. I'm going to discuss the hidden aspect. Okay? Personally, what I don't like about Muslim culture is women faces covered up. Okay? When your face is covered up, right? Here, like this is really attractive, but someone's smiling at you, you can't tell if somebody, is having a problem with you because we don't see the whole face. And that furthers the divide. That makes us even more divided because now we don't know, like, whoa, did I offend you or are we okay? Right? And everything is designed to further divide and keep us from coming together. And that really upsets me. It really does. I'm a practicing witch 30 years, but my shop celebrates universal spirituality. It's a mystical shop, not a witch shop, because everyone's welcome, and I want everyone to find what they need, or I'll get it for you, or I'll tell you where to get it. The idea that only one way, only one thing works is repellent to me. It's why I'm a registered independent, unaffiliated. I left the independent party when they got crazy after Ross Pro and some other wacky things happened. So I'm just going to get some comments here because people are just suddenly commenting a lot. Please stop by. That'd be nice. Karn. She is fun. Right? The facial expressions. Exactly. And it's an oppressive thing. And it's oppressive when it's here. And and that's all I'm going to say about it, because people get so upset. I don't want to upset my people. I really try hard to keep politics out of it. I have very strong feelings. But here's the thing though, guys. I come from a very political and military family. Someone in my family has fought in every war, starting with the Revolutionary War. My maiden name is Hooker, as in Captain Thomas Hooker and General Joseph Hooker of the Civil War. And everything, Vietnam. My dad was in Korea, cousins in Vietnam. My grandmother had cousins who died at Pearl Harbor. They were stationed there. One of the things that will always hurt my heart, that I never got her to Hawaii. She so desperately wanted to see the monument there at Pearl Harbor. And I got goosebumps thinking about it. So anyway, I just lost my train of thought totally now, didn't I? Where was I with that? Military family, right, and very political family, and very patriotic family, okay? But we could sit there, all of us. My grandmother was an Irish Republican, okay? My mom was a staunch Democrat. And we rode the crazy, me and all, and we could yell and talk, but not call names, not screaming at the stuff I see on Facebook, the awful, insulting bullshit. Stop it. Everyone needs to stop that shit right now. And if I didn't need Facebook for business and the people that I love, and I would lose social media. I don't even have a TV set. Haven't had one over 4 years. But I would lose Facebook. I would lose all of it. I pay someone to do my Instagram for me. I check through it. But I would divest myself utterly. Except that I do enjoy, talking to people. But I look at some of these comments and it's just, you're an asshole. And that's like one of the nicer things, I'm like, whoa, stop. We're all human beings. And if you think that one person does all the damage, then you haven't studied our political system very well, okay? Because blaming one person for the damage of generations, just the fiscal kick the can, just the fiscal aspect of it, running a deficit the way we have. You pay your bills. If we ran our homes the way the government is run, we'd be in debtors. They'd bring back debtors' prisons, and we'd be in a debtors' prison. We don't get to do that. I don't get to sit there and say, "Oh, can't pay my taxes this month. Pay them for me." No, it don't work that way. I pay my taxes. So I want to get into that, but it's just awful. Thank you, Rosemary. I really just, we need to be cordial. We can be passionate. God knows I'm a McGinney. I'm an Irish Italian, for God's sake. You don't get more passionate, more of a mouth than I got. But you can have a mouth and not insult people. And yes, thank you. Yep, I agree, Nicoletta. Okay. No, not everybody's doing it. Not everybody's doing it. But insulting a waitress because she's wearing a mask because she's mandated and not tipping her, that's not very nice. She's mandated. They have no options. People getting angry because the waitress can't smile at you. Geez, I'm sorry for that. These restaurants are barely holding their own at a quarter occupancy and social distancing and eating out of doors, barely making ends meet. So I keep my glasses on because there's more interesting stuff going on in here. Nope, no, would never work. Never work. So anyway, if we could all just be a little more kind, if we could all, and still have our passion, still have our integrity, still have our core convictions, that's okay. Do I think Jeff Epstein hung himself? I do not. What am I going to sit there and yell at someone? No, I'm not. I have my own feelings about all of it. And I do on my public page. I do post that stuff, and a lot of you have questioned. I have friends from both aisles. I have friends from many different spiritual paths, and I've had some of you, and thank you. You private messaged me and said, "Can I ask why this person's allowed to post, or why don't you get rid of these people?" I just, because I'm not afraid of an opinion. I'm pretty sure, okay, that Congress is not there in Washington going, "Okay, wait, we got to check Facebook here. What does Laura say about this? Is she happy?" "Oh, Laura does not agree. Wait, quick. Hey, Nancy Pelosi, get over here. Laura's not happy. Let's make some changes." No, I'm not fucking doing that. I don't give a shit what I think. They don't care. And thanks to Electoral College, the states will vote the way they're going to vote. We don't have a popular vote. They're not even worried about your single vote. They're worried about their state vote. And we had plenty of time to change that back when Al Gore lost, to Bush. We screamed and yelled because he won the popular vote, but he lost Electoral College. And nothing got done. And we had a situation where 4 years ago, people were saying, well, this one should have won. She won the popular vote, but there's electoral. We had 4 years to fix that. Nothing was done. Other countries, they would take to the streets. And until Americans are so angry, so upset, that they get out from behind their keyboard warriors, hello, including myself, and get to the streets and protest, when we all protest together as Americans, nothing's going to stop us. I don't care. Nothing will stop us. You want congressional term limits? Take to the street. Take to the street. Campaign time limits? Take to the street. I've always said the president should have the power of line item veto for these pork barrel things that come through the budget. I mean, the budget's like a 2 feet deep budget for the American government every year. And I remember Ronald Reagan picking up and throwing it down and saying, this is a piece of crap, because there's so much pork in it. People tag into what they want to on one bill. It's like pile on. It's like asking for a hot dog and getting the works. Only the works are not good. So if the president had the power to go through and line by line cross things off, and then saying to him or her or they, but now the budget has to balance every year. That has to balance every year. We address our deficit, we pay our debt, and it has to balance. It would work out well. It wouldn't take much. I know the yellow vests. I know I've been watching them. I was watching them closely. So, I don't know. Anyway, that's the country and that's the world, and it is madness. It is madness. And I don't know what to say, because it just feels, I'm going to use the word diabolical. Feels diabolical. And it feels like information is coming in. And it's funny, someone said to me, well, with AI, they can put anyone's head and they can put anyone's body. You can't even tell it's a Photoshop anymore. They can put your head in someone's body. So who knows what these pictures are that are being presented? Okay? Everyone's like, oh, this one was here. Oh, there's this one. Completely Photoshopped. We don't know. Okay? So that even adds even more to the sense of disconnect, because we can't even believe what we're seeing. We can't even believe what we're seeing on a video if that's real. It could be completely AI. We wouldn't know. It's just, so now you have the distrust of each other, the distrust with the government. Our faces covered up all the time. And so it's more important than ever that you find your spiritual center. Find your center. Spend time with your children. Get outside. Get in the garden. Get to the woods. Get to the ocean. Ground yourself. Someone asked about, it's as simple, just put your hands on the ground, literally. Push the energy out. But you have to find your center. Otherwise, you're going to get rocked 7 ways to Sunday. But if you have your core beliefs intact and a faith that somehow this is going to work out, because it is. But the world is changing. The world's going to be very different. And it's going to be very different very soon. I'm not sure how much longer we're going to have currency. They're working really hard that we won't have currency. It'll all be online, and that's going to be that. So, anyway, if anybody has any questions ever, you can call the shop. You can message me. Don't use this modality unless we're literally like right now, because I can't get back in here and get on these comments. But by all means, message me on Facebook. Call the shop. Shoot me a text. Because the nightmares are off the hook again. The visitations, the downloads. Waking up feeling like you're exhausted. Your brain hurts because you're just being fed information all night long. Alrighty. And it's fascinating. If it was happening to somebody else, we'd be so if we were watching it on TV, it'd be the best show ever. But not that much fun when you're living it. All right. I am going to stop babbling, and I am going to throw cards. Okay. Nightmares, huh? Okay, guys, nightmares, just so you know, railroad spike under the bed. That will help. And also orange selenite in the pillowcase. 2 things. If you don't have a railroad spike tonight, get a dish of salt, put under, it's old Irish, Celtic, but get a dish of salt under your bed. All right. I am throwing cards for Aries. What I see for this time ahead. As always, I say to you, I'm telling you what cards I see. The spread that I throw is a simple 6-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Situation, near future, not so near future. Not distant, but what's going on right now and what's going to be going on. Tall? And what are you talking about? Oh, Shadow Man. Yeah, they're back again. Now, the shadow man's interesting. That's an entity. If you look up black shadow man, you're gonna pull up a lot of information. It was a little unnerving to me when Daisy started seeing them. I think she was probably 7. That there was a man standing by. Then she described it like a fedora hat and a big cape, and right by the door, at the door, like watching at the door. And at some point, I had the brilliant idea to have her draw the picture of it, and she did. Simple outline drawing, black man hat. And I took it to John Nowinski, who's since passed. And I said, listen, Daisy's talking about this thing. She's seeing this thing. And he goes, it's the Black Shadow Man. He goes, hang on. Pulls up this information, and kids who had drawn pictures, and they all look like the picture Daisy drew. And Daisy didn't look at these other pictures for guidance. It's an entity, but it's not necessarily a bad entity. It in the case of abuse in the home, for children particularly, it can be a protective. It's at the doorway, and not everything that's black is shadowy or scary or bad. Okay. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, man in the doorway. Okay. Well, like I said, it can be protective. And yes, he's come out of the woods. It's an entity. It's not a ghost, not a spirit. It's an actual entity. And look it up. It's Black Shadow Man. And I've shared a lot of information about it. And I actually did a Shadow People. I did a blog on it a while back. I'll try and find it and share it to Facebook. But nope. Comments. Okay. Yeah, it's creepy. It's because it's different and scary, but it's not necessarily bad or evil. And yeah, all right. Sometimes spirits, ghosts can't fully manifest. They can only do a shadow or an orb. It's hard to fully manifest. They pull a lot of energy to do that. But again, it's not a ghost or a spirit. Okay. I'm gonna read Aries. Thank you all for the comments. Black Shadow Man, look it up, Google search. All right, Aries, what do I see for you? I've got the 9 of Swords reversed, the Sun reversed, the Hermit, Justice reversed, King of Wands reversed, and 4 of Swords reversed. Oh shit. The 9 of Swords reversed, I love because it's the end of an anxious time. It's like, it's next to the Sun reverse, so it's like didn't get what you wanted, but with the King of Wands reversed underneath it, it's a lot of work, nose the grindstone, busier than you could imagine. There's anxiety and there's a sense of aloneness for Aries. So Aries is just keeping busy. There's a sense of aloneness. Aries, it's like you against the world, or only you in the world. I don't see abuse, but all I'm seeing is a lot of hard work while you're figuring things out. Okay? And I don't really think it's a job you particularly like. But I shouldn't say that. There's nothing about not liking the job. It's not a toxic job. I shouldn't say that. It's just probably not the job you wanted. How's that? And while I appreciate people saying, oh, at least I have a job. Well, yes, but, this isn't exactly what you're hoping for. However, nose the grindstone, stay focused, work your way through it. This is one of those situations where you just keep busy and don't think too much about your concerns right now. Just stay busy. Now, like I always say, guys, throw the cards using your cards. That's just what I see. How do you read those cards? I love teaching tarot, and when I teach my classes, the second half of the class is about throwing cards and how you translate, how you see them. Okay, Taurus, I have the Emperor reversed. I have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. I have Page of Swords, there's Page of Cups, Five of Cups, and the Ten of Coins reversed. All right, well, Taurus. Ooh, this could be a few things. It could be that you are alone, trying to maintain a home while your kids are young, with intentions to move on once the kids are old. I'm looking at kids here. It's Ten of Coins reversed is not a great house card. It can be the inability to work out of the home, things that need to be done in the house, but the money isn't there to take care of them. A lot of regret, though. A lot of regret. The Five of Cups. You probably didn't want to buy the house. You may be in a house you didn't love. Maybe you can't get your kids out of the house. That's a problem. There seems to be the possibility of a man, the Emperor reversed, and sickness. Boy, Taurus. All right, the Hierophant. So it's unfortunately, again, I don't see anything big changing here for you, Taurus. There's just a sense of regret. The house might be underwater, and by that I mean it's not, you owe more than it's worth to sell. And it could also be that you're just staying in a very difficult marriage for the sake of the kids. I mean, again, I hear that at least once a day. Intentions are you'll sell the house and get divorced when the kids are out. When the last kid goes off to college, that's when you'll end it. I'm not doing classes until this is over with because it's a small room, and yes, I do a $10 tarot class. So, all right. Okay, Gemini. We have the Four of Cups reversed, Strength reversed, the Page of Coins, the Page of Swords reversed, the Three of Wands, and the Seven of Coins reversed. Well, Gemini, the Four of Cups reversed is someone realizing what they want to do. Three of Wands is a education card, and it looks as though someone might be either changing a major, taking training to change their job, the idea of school to affect a change. Seven of Coins reversed to make more money. I don't see it necessarily in these cards, but sometimes it's I have my bachelor's, I get a master's, and my pay goes up, substantially. In this case, if someone's changing a major, they're changing it with an eye to, I was going to do this, but I'll tweak it and do that, and I'll make more money when I'm out of school. It is all about knowing what you want. The Four of Cups reversed has Gemini knowing what they want, and honestly, with a sense of what they need to do to get it. But it seems to be tied to education. Again, that could be a certificate program, that could be some sort of training. And it's all geared to making more money. All right. Potentially, because I threw another card here for Gemini, it also could be somebody who wants to relocate schools. And if they were, it's to go a great distance from the home. Okay? Six of Swords, just to get a little clarity on what that was about. Okay, so I've been asked that so many times about doing a Zoom class. And the thing is that it's a hands-on. I teach hands-on, and I don't know that I could do that with Zoom. I mean, we throw cards. I'm there like reading them with people, like what the spread is. I don't know if it's possible to do that with Zoom, but I will tell you this. I have a couple of classes, a couple of YouTube shows. I've talked about it. The Talisman After Dark with the readers after hours on a Saturday night, talking about what they're seeing in the readings, what's going on, shop talk kind of stuff. And then I have another show called, for lack of a better name, for now, the Young Witches Club. I have a group of roughly 7 young people in their early 20s who, not to be trained in a tradition, but to go over witchcraft and magic. And I'll have homework assignments, and they'll be, shared with everybody else. But it's going to be, thank you. But anyways, and that would be something that will be very interactive, and I think we can do it. I'm not interested in using this as a way to make money, because frankly, it all comes back to the shop, and I don't mean it like that either, because I send people out of my shop. I'm like, there's this shop, there's that shop. There are a lot of shops, but if there's something you can buy online cheaper, I'll tell you. I keep my prices low, but it's like we give our sage and salt bath papers. I could be doing cleansings all the time if I wanted to. I get called all the time to go out. But I'm like, listen, for $5, here's sage, salt, a candle. Do it yourself. Do it yourself. And I send the instructions out. 2 different papers. It's always going to be better if you clear your own house. I go out for realtors and that sort of thing, but no, clear it yourself. It's going to mean a lot more. All right. All right, Cancer. And I'm holding off on classes again. We have a very small back room, and it's one thing with the readings. We have the tables turned lengthwise. There's 6 feet distance. Trying to teach a class while this is going on, it's a small space. I don't want to do that. That I don't want, 7 people crammed in there, and no. We'll wait for this to pass. Okay, Cancer. Well, I have the 10 of Swords reversed, the 8 of Swords reversed, the Star, the Devil, the Chariot reversed, and the High Priestess. Okay. All right, Cancer. Well, the 10 of Swords reversed is coming up out of the ashes, hitting rock bottom, and now there's no place to go but up. This idea of the end of anxiety and great luck, great hope. Reason to have high hope that something's going to change. The problem is Cancer. The Devil next to the Chariot reversed is someone not letting go of their addictions, not letting go of their toxicity. And the High Priestess trying to understand why, what the karmic ties are, what's going on. There's no heartbreak here. There's no heartbreak here. So I don't think it's one of your children. I don't think it's somebody that and it could be you, Cancer. It could be you not willing to let go of something toxic. Because that's exactly what, like, you start off great, and then, it's like, oh, like a diet, great first week, great. And then, back to eating the same crap. So, so it's almost as if Cancer with the High Priestess here is trying to figure out magically or energetically how to make change happen. Now, if that's true, for any of you Cancers out there, private message me on Facebook, call the shop, and I'll go over some stuff with you, okay? Because there are ways to cut ties. There are ways to leave toxic behavior or addictions behind. I will tell you, please, on Facebook, my friend Denise Lamoureux. She's an addiction specialist. She's got a lot of great videos out. I've been sharing them. Amazing stuff with addiction. That's her whole study is on addiction and breaking addictions. So go on my Facebook, just cursor down. She's doing these really great videos. But this really speaks to having the best of intentions to move forward, and yet something just dragging you back. Okay? And I'm going to say with the star there, you can beat this, but it's going to take a little more work and time than you're thinking it's going to. All right, Leo. So for Leo, we have the Five of Swords reversed, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Seven of Wands. We have the Knight of Coins, we have the Ace of Coins reversed, and the Two of Coins reversed. What does that mean? Well, I said Five of Coins, it's the Five of Swords reversed. The Five of Swords reversed is usually seeking out professional help. Five of Swords upright is the need to seek, but it's just actually doing it, or it's taking professional advice, Leo. And I honestly would think that this could possibly be, I'm seeing it so much, kids not wanting to go back to school this semester, college kids, the idea of a gap year or a gap semester came up again today. But this idea of not wanting to throw good money after bad, the idea like there's the education, kids want to go back, what's the point of paying for it? What's the point of accruing debt like that? And what I like about it with the Two of Cups there is there's a sense of friendship, camaraderie. I want to say if it's a kid that's coming to the parents are being understanding and compassionate and saying, okay, you know what, take a semester off, that's fine. Again, with Leo, it's not throwing good money after bad. If it's someone is saying, I can't do this, don't want to do this, forcing them is a waste of money. And it does seem to go back to education. So it may be that you're talking to a college about this. It may be maybe there's a sports venue that you paid for that they're not even going to be doing. How do I get my money back? I paid for this and they're not doing it. How do I get my money back? All right? That is Leo. And Virgo. Wow, so far so good. Oh, Virgo, I'm sorry. I've been going now for what, 12 hours? Okay. Virgo, the Master, the Magician, the King of Swords, the Six of Coins reversed, King of Coins reversed, Nine of Coins, Six of Wands reversed. My first thought, bills to be paid. Couple of thoughts. One is we're going back to master's degree, graduate degree, and the money not to pay for that. The desire to go for an advanced degree, but the money isn't there to pay for it. The other thing is going for the degree while you're working. So you're in school, you're in graduate school trying to work a full-time job or part-time job and still pay your bills. It goes back to school, education. The money's there, but it's there after the last card, after everything is done. There's the money, Virgo. But this idea of being really good at something, the time it takes to achieve it, you still got money coming in. I see this a lot with people who are in the arts. Had this conversation again today with a writer and had a degree, a bachelor's in writing and English studies, and could not find a job in that field, but hasn't written either. I'm like, why aren't you writing? Anyone can write. Writers write, you know? If J.K. Rowling could write longhand, the first Harry Potter book, in a coffee shop, while on welfare, with a baby, and a husband's abandoned her, and suicidal thoughts, you too can write a book. This is right. Right is right. But for Virgo, it's just the frustration. I don't, and the time it's taking to get what you want, the time it's taking to get out of the tunnel, whether it's education or whether it just really looks like education, classes, certificate program, some sort of training that puts you to the next level. But in the meantime, it's trying to pay the bills. Okay. And it could be a job that you can't walk away from for that reason. So you're thinking of taking some kind of classes, work, whatever it is, certificate, just to boost you out of that department or get you a boost out of that. So you're doing something different at least. Who was that again? Yes, food addiction. I know England Enchantress. It's not, what I'm gonna, I pretty much have like 7 young adults picked out for the classes. They identify as witches. They don't mind being on YouTube because it's there forever. We know we've learned one thing. We've learned it. Never go away. But they're not answering to parents. They want to do the show. But it's you be watching it. You're gonna watch it at whatever age, and you know. Okay. No, that's gonna be a paid class. I'm just gonna do it as a YouTube and follow along, and there's the homework assignments and it'll all be accessible. Okay. All right. Libra. Oh, okay. Libra. Queen of Wands reversed. Temperance. The Knight of Wands. The Tower. Hangman reversed. 8 of Wands reversed. Libra, it's like you want to do all kinds of creative things. The Queen of Wands reverse is the female workaholic, but it's also a creative aspect. Wands are creativity, and you've got all these great ideas, and it's really helping you maintain your equilibrium. And yet, it's like you can't implement them. You can't implement any of these great ideas. The Tower, it's just a waste of your time. And the cards are saying, just keep working. Just don't lose your day job, Libra. Don't stop the day job. But the Tower and the Hangman reverse is just saying, no, you're just wasting your efforts right now. You're not going to, there's no money attached to that. It sounds great, but it's you need to focus on your work, which you do. But it's tough. I'm trying to even think of an analogy of something that I hear in my readings but in this case, it's you, Libra. You're thinking of all these creative, interesting, innovative, and it's just not going to happen. And I'm not sure when it is going to happen. So focus on your job, focus on the work you do, focus on doing it in whatever construct it needs to be done in. And again, I'm thinking of waitresses with masks on. I'm thinking of gyms. I know so many gym owners that, again, with the spacing and the appointments and the, people are, and they're terrified because people will, it's like working out at home. Once they start working out at home, people are going to be like, why am I paying for this gym membership? I can do this online, or I can do, why am I paying for yoga classes? I can go on YouTube and, it's awful. It's awful. And we all know that gyms are not just about gyms, they're about camaraderie again, but still with a mask on. But that's what gyms are important, because there's some people say their whole social life. It's all right. Libra, we have Scorpio. Two of Wands reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed. Page of Wands. Three of Cups reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Eight of Coins reversed. I mean, notice how a lot of these cards and the readings it's wands and coins, wands and coins. It's about money and work. Two of Wands reversed. Lack of support in the workplace. Wheel of Fortune reversed. You don't want to move forward. You're not being supported. And yet the Page of Wands. There's some creative aspect. I don't think you get to do it enough, but it's there. Three of Cups reversed. Six of Cups reversed. Eight of Coins reversed. Well, for one thing, if you were working out of the house, it looks like those days are over. That's coming to an end. There's no motivation to work. There's no motivation here, Scorpio. It's just the Eight of Coins is unmotivated and just you're there for a paycheck. Three of Cups reversed. Six of Cups reversed. It could be also that your significant other wants to take a trip, wants to visit home. There's some aspect of wanting, and yet you can't leave home. You can't go home. You can't go, it's a familial kind of a, I need to go see family, and yet, no, you're not. You're not going to go. You can't go. Got to work. I don't know what to say, Scorpio. It really speaks to having a job that you probably don't love right now and doing it to have something to contribute but that Six of Cups reversed, it can be homesickness. It can be the need to go home, need to travel home. But I don't see you able to do it, Scorpio. It's kind of like you're stuck right where you are. And travel bans would all that other stuff too. Oh, Denise Lamoureux. Denise, LAMAROUX, Lamoureux. And yeah, really good stuff with her. She goes deep. She pulls out crap out of your depths of your shadow self and makes you look at them. Okay. Sagittarius. Sag, we have the Queen of Coins. We have the Empress reversed. We have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Two of Swords. We have the Nine of Wands reversed and the Ace of Wands. Jesus Christ. Well, there's contradictions all over the place. On one hand, we see the Queen of Wands, friendly, and that would be Sag. Wands are fire. And that would be a female Sag. Friendly, happy, outgoing. Everyone likes her, at work. Just, Sagittarius tend to be loyal liked. The Empress reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. The Ten of Wands reversed is the straw that broke the camel's back. And looking at these cards, I got the Two of Swords, which is the rock in a hard place. There's no easy answers here. The Nine of Wands reversed and the Empress reversed. So I'm going to say in this case it's work, and it's the desire to climb, it's the desire to get promoted, and I don't see it being possible right now. Two of Swords. And it's not because it's a perfectly nice job. I don't see you wanting to leave the job. And that could be where the rock and a hard place is. You might get promoted if you take another job someplace else, but you like where you are. You're comfortable where you are. You have security where you are. But the desire to grow, it's again a rock and a hard place. I leave, then I might get promoted, or I might be able to promote myself, but I stay, and now I'm waiting for that promotion, and you'll wait for it. All right, I don't even know what to say. I will say it's interesting. The promotion's not there, but with the Ace of Wands, it's not because they don't like you, not because they're not supporting you, not because you're not, you don't have the support. It's just either it's the corona or whatever it is. They can't promote you right now. I'm not sure that impatient Sagittarius wants to wait. I think you're gonna. I'm gonna say you probably should. This is no time to play musical jobs. Okay, Capricorn. I see the Queen of Cups. I see the Five of Coins. Death reversed. Four of Wands reversed. Four of Coins reversed. And Judgment. So Capricorn, here you are. Not how I usually see Capricorn, the Queen of Cups. This is your nurturing side. This is your spiritual side. This is your looking at the Death reversed and the ten of the Five of Coins. It's really making a big change happening with regard to money. Four of Wands reversed, Four of Coins reversed. It really does speak to, and yet here I'm seeing Judgment, which is, obviously moving forward. It could simply be that you're stuck in place with a crappy job. Not that different than Sag. Not getting paid what you should be getting paid. The Five of Coins. I am hopeful. There'd be other cards here. I want to say your company is solvent. That'd be my bigger concern here. It just looks to me as if there's celebration coming. Four of Wands, but not now. Right now it's about work. Not getting paid enough for the work. Again, Four of Coins reversed. How can I make more money? But it just comes at the end of a period of time. It's coming. It's this idea of waiting to celebrate. Well, you're going to be waiting a little longer. But it's coming. Along a huge change, Death reversed. You making change happen. That's a Capricorn thing. Capricorns don't wait for someone else to tell them it's okay to do it. They do it. All right? It's coming. Aquarius. Aquarius, well, we have the Nine of Cups, which is coming true. We have Five of Wands, the Moon, the Ace of Cups reversed, the Seven of Swords, the King of Cups. Well, I think Aquarius isn't that different. As I recall, I didn't watch the video all the way through, but last week's reading had you with the same argument over and over again. Ace of Cups reversed, Seven of Swords, the Moon. It speaks to mental health issues. Seven of Swords is toxic environment. Constant the same argument over and over again. That's the Five of Wands. More cards. I really don't even understand this reading myself. Not the World, King of Cups. It just looks as though, again, like Capricorn, that we don't see Aquarius's spiritual side. We see, Aquarius's cerebral. They're very intellectual. They tend to use words as sort of a barrier too. They're going to use a lot of words at you so they don't get too close. Capricorn is just working on that treadmill, moving, working. climbing that mountain. But in this case, Aquarius is, there's something being revealed, Aquarius. There's something you didn't consider before. And I want to say possibly, potentially, someone, the argument back and forth might just be because the person you thought was okay. It could be a mental health issue that you didn't recognize before, and it's not on your part. It could be, you know what? I'm going to go with mental health issue. I'm going to say there's something wrong. You're having the same argument, and it's just like, I can't, it's toxic. And I think the answer really is to go, to leave, to move, to do a different world, a different way of doing things. The King of Cups. This again is the spiritual, it's not cerebral. You've been doing the cerebral thing. You've been chewing on this intellectually, and it's not going because the other person can't intellectualize it with you. Okay, you're trying to have a game of wits with an unarmed person. How's that? All right, stop. People can't give you more than they have to give you. People can't pour. They just don't have it. And I always say this. I'm sorry, it's like a broken record, but I hear this all the time. I'm in this marriage. Been married for 15 years. He's a perfectly nice person, but there's nothing there. He'll just kind of go along with what I say, but he's not into it. There's no camaraderie. There's no companionship. There's no give and take. There's no interesting conversation. Just what's for dinner, watch TV, on the hamster wheel. It's not about passion. Sometimes you want someone you can really talk to who gets you. Having these conversations that we're having here right now, how wonderful to have that in your home. And again, without insults, without yelling, without screaming. And that's what I'm seeing for Aquarius, because it gets heated, but I think it's resolved because the other person doesn't have the ability to reason through and say, let's compromise. Now there's no compromise. This person wants what they want, and Aquarius is not one ever to be ultimatum. You never ultimatum an Aquarius. Aquarius and Scorpio, dear God, you've got to be out of your freaking mind to ultimatum an Aquarius or a Scorpio. You tell them it's this way or nothing. You tell them that this is, I'll kill you. Well, Aquarius is going to leave. A Scorpio might kill you. You try to pull that shit with an Aquarius, with a Scorpio, you can try to use the kids to, as a weapon. Yeah. It's a very dangerous game you're playing, and you will lose an Aquarius. You ultimate an Aquarius, and you will lose. They cannot be told what to do. You ask them, and they will do anything for you if they can. They'll move a mountain. But you tell them that they have no choice, that you won't take no for an answer. It's this way or it's the highway. Bye. Bye, Aquarius. We're done. And so what I'm seeing here for Aquarius is just, you're just beating a dead horse, Aquarius. Like I'm beating a dead horse right now, talking about it. Pisces, the Queen of Swords, the Three of Coins, the Eight of Cups, Seven of Cups, Ten of Cups, Fool reversed. So again, we see Pisces not in their usual role. We usually think of Pisces as emotional. We think of Pisces as dreamy. We think of Pisces as creative. But we're seeing Pisces, the Queen of Swords. This is logic. This is Pisces. Well, Neptune is retrograde. But this is Pisces saying, no, I'm going to logic this out. Three of Coins, celebrating money. Eight of Cups, travel, coming home, leaving for home. Seven of Cups, what do I want? Ten of Cups, Fool reversed. It's all about home, and home not in the financial sense because money's there. It's home in the emotional sense. Where are you at home? And Pisces isn't sure. Okay? Pisces isn't sure where home is. What is home? Pisces is going to figure it out. And the Fool reverse makes me think that Pisces, who's behaving logically. What makes the most sense financially? There's two different choices, 10 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Do I stay or do I go? Do I stay or do I go? Pisces isn't sure. But the decisions are being made based on financial and intellectual reasons, not emotional. Because there's emotion attached to either option. There's so much emotion that we can't be emotional. We have to be logical and look at the bottom line. Anyone's guess what Pisces is going to do. Pisces will trick you. You'll think you've got a Pisces locked down. It's like trying to hold a handful of water. It's just a ridiculous thought. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming. Hey, Donna. Hi, Donna. Oh, Patty, I think of Libra and I think of you, and I just think, oh my God. It is just, for a lot of us, we really are swimming upstream. We really are. We're swimming upstream. It's just hard. It's like walking through tar. The energy is heavy. It's oppressive. Enjoy this full moon. It's unaspected. It's clean. It's light. Get out underneath it. It's raining here in Connecticut all weekend, but after almost 4 weeks of no rain, dry as a desert here. Nice, Pisces, huh? But enjoy the full moon. Enjoy this energy. Conserve your energy. Charge your stones. Get under the moon. Do some magic. I've been selling the flying wish paper. My second huge order just came in because that has just been literally flying out of the store. If you don't know what that is, go on YouTube and look up flying wish paper. It's like a 47-second video. So much fun. I had a man come in the shop last week. It was awesome. Gay man getting married, little intimate, 15 people in the parents' backyard. They're pagan, but it was just very professional. And he was buying, I want to buy things that are meaningful. And it's a little thing now. We can't do a big event because of Corona, but I want it to be memorable. And we did little things, bought this, but I said, oh, you know what? How many people? I said, what would be cool? And I showed him the video with the flying wish paper. And what if all your guests did a wish and lit it, and they flew? I mean, he's like, oh my God. Like when it gets dark to do that off the deck railing. Oh my God. So flying wish paper, that's a big thing. Lots of other new products coming in too. It's the store just, my challenge is the warehouses in some cases don't have product. So keeping candles stocked up, that's been a challenge. But and then finding the time to make product has been the dreadful. I mean, I'm low on the candles I make and the oils, and I'm still working on the cemeterariums that I got going on. I've got 5 done. I have 5 more to do. But anyway, lots going on. Hope to see you soon. Make oh my goodness. I just got it in done. It is sold out, and Elizabeth, thank you. I just a huge order. And what's really cool is that the owner of the company, because it was an anniversary, gave like all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's an extra big order. So there's lots and lots of wish paper. It's $12. I think there's 15 pieces of paper. Great for a children's party, But look it up. Video, 47 seconds. It's so cute. Anyway, that's what I got going on, guys. We'll see you next Friday. We'll talk some more. Questions, any problems, you can always reach out. I do answer my messages. I do answer my my texts, etc. Just don't comment here. Comment on Facebook or hit me up at the store, okay? Everyone behave. Be kind. Everyone's fighting a battle out there, all right? Miss you too, Donna. All right? Good night.